Notes. I'm the coordinator for SCIVIS, and we are going to hear some presentations tonight of some of our international guests who have received scholarships through the St. Louis Lighthouse. So first, before we can do that, we're going to get a little bit of housekeeping done here. First of all, you are a member of the 2018 SCIVIS of 180 students are here. We have 12 different countries and 26 different states. So this is our 29th year. We're very happy that everyone is here and wish you to have a very fun week and hope it's educational at the same time. We're starting programming really tomorrow morning, first thing, and we will go all the way up until Thursday, which at time we will graduate you. And then on Friday morning, we hope that we all can say goodbye. Okay, that's over. We'll move on. So we have, just so you know, we have Belgium here, Costa Rica, the Bahamas, Germany, Ireland, Australia, Israel, New Zealand, and Romania, India, and Canada. I think those are our did I miss a country other than the U.S.? Did I miss a country? So, do what? United Kingdom. Is our young man from the United Kingdom here? Yeah, where is? There you are. Good, I hadn't met you yet. Glad you're here, Louis. Thank you.
And does he match that with? Who does he align with this master? He doesn't align with because he just wants to, it's all over milk.
All right, I want to turn things over to Trina Britcher, who's our Braille and our materials specialist. And she can give you some information that'll help you survive during the week with your materials.
The end of a beautiful relationship.
Well, welcome everyone. I am so excited to be here, and I'm so excited to have all of you here. It's going to be an awesome week for everyone. I have been here many, many times, and I've never left and thought it was a bad week. It's a great week. You're going to make new friends and do things you've never done before, and that's really exciting. One of the things that you're going to be doing is either space missions or some things down at Aviation Challenge where you'll need a script. And so I wanted to let you know that you can get those materials in contracted Braille, uncontracted Braille, or large print, or regular print. You can also get magnifiers, low vision devices to use with them, extra lighting, that no one knows better than you what you need. So you need to be sure and let your crew trainer or your teacher that's with you, your chaperone, let them know what you need so that you make sure you have what's necessary for you to do your mission and do it the best way you can. We also have models of things. So if you're going to be put on some kind of a simulator and you want to know a little bit more what you're getting yourself into, you should be able to feel a simulator or feel the model of it. So there's all kinds of materials out there for you. You just need to ask for them. And I think that's all I really need to say, because there's going to be people that are coming up that have a lot more exciting things to say than that. Anything else?
Thank you, Trina. So at this time, I would like all of the Lighthouse Scholarship winners, the presenters who are going to be telling you a little bit about where they're from and everything, to move over to your left against the wall and line up. And
I think the concert was made. I think that's something new.
I never
Right.
4 years ago, I missed my plane. So actually, I couldn't go. But I was here for the cinema. I said, this is one of the best. This is graduation to me.
I agree.
And you get to see the do it sitting down.
Okay, we will get started. Now, you all need to be quiet because most of these young men and women aren't used to talking in a microphone, and you may not be able to hear them unless you're really quiet. So we will hear from where they're from, what their school is like, why they like being here. We'll just learn all sorts of things about them and their country. And maybe hear a little bit of a foreign language at the same time. Okay, first we have Samantha Sorensen from Cranbrook, British Columbia, Canada.
My name is Samantha Sorensen. I live in, or my vision condition is called optic nerve hypoplasia. I also have nystagmus, which is involuntary movements of my eye. I go to Mount Baker Secondary School in Cranbrook, British Columbia, Canada. Our school is a public school. It ranges from grade 10 to grade 12, and I am in grade 12. It has a population of less than 1,000 students. Cranbrook is not a big city. It has a population of 28,000 people in it. We have lots of trees and mountains that surround our city. Cranbrook is also on our Ktunaxa territory, which are the native people of our city. So in Ktunaxa, I would like to say, good morning, how are you? Kiso Kukit. We also have beautiful scenery and lots of free space. In this free space, we can go for drives, go for a hike, cross-country ski in the wintertime, and go for swims in a lake in the summer. One thing that I love about Canada is how we are all here for each other and that we have lots of freedom. I would like to say a huge thank you to the Lighthouse Vision Scholarship for providing me this amazing opportunity to come to Space Camp representing Canada. Thank you.
Eastern British Columbia.
Eastern.
Yeah, so we're looking at west. She's
Hello everybody, my name is Samuel, I am 15 years old and I'm from Auckland, New Zealand. I am in year 10, which is equivalent to grade 10 I believe, at Onehunga High School. I'm from New Zealand. It's a small country next to Australia of 4 million people, and I live in the city of Auckland, which is the country's biggest city. And I'd like to thank the St. Louis Lighthouse for sponsoring me.
Hi, my name is Neta. I live in Israel.
Hi, my name is Noah. I live in Israel as well.
Alright, so I live in Adi, which is a community village on the north of Israel.
I live in Omer. It's also a community, but in the south. I'm 18 years old, and Neta is
16 and a half years old.
very
A half was important. My school located in Avar, which is a village in Israel too. It's located in Israel Valley. There's a place called Israel Valley, right, in Israel. And what's special in this school that it's not a one building and then and the students go. It's really amazing because it has a lot of trees and a lot of plants, and it's not looking like a regular school.
Well, my school is not very special, like her, but it's nice.
In school, we love the sense of humor.
Well, we're very excited to be here and very grateful.
We want to say thank you to the people in Israel that make this whole thing happen and to get us to represent Israel. In addition, I want to say a sentence in Hebrew, and then I will translate it to English, alright? So, Shalom, קוראים לי נטע, ואני גרה בישראל. It means, hello, my name is Neta, and I live in Israel.
Shalom, השם שלי הוא נועה, ואני גרה בישראל, and like Neta said, that means, hello, my name is Noah and I live in Israel. And thank you, by the way, thank you very much for taking us here to NASA.
Thank you, guys.
Hi, my name is Jet Thompson and I'm 11 years old. Hi, my name is Jet Thompson and I'm 11 years old. I am from Sydney, Australia. Sydney is a big city home to about 20% of the population of Australia and it has over 100 beaches. It is particularly famous for the Sydney Opera House and the Harbour Bridge, which is the longest white-span bridge in the world. Australia is in the southern hemisphere, so we have Christmas during summertime. We often have barbecues on Christmas Day. That's just a normal thing over here. I go to Mosman Public School. Mosman Public is a large school with 3 playgrounds. I've been going there since I was 5 years old. There are about 700 students at my school, and some parts of it are over 100 years old. The school used to be a whaling station, which is why the school no longer is a whale. We celebrate the original owners of Mosman, the Gurunga people at school. I live in Neutral Bay, which is on the north shore of Sydney, close to where I go to school. I'm not done. My microphone just stopped working. So I live close to the Harbour Bridge. I can walk to the swimming pool that's right next to the Harbour Bridge from my apartment. And there are a lot of hills in Neutral Bay. And we live at the bottom of one of them, and our apartment was built around 1930. So, Australia is a very unusual country because we have a lot of unusual wildlife. We have kangaroos and koalas, and we have a lot of different cultures in Australia because there are a lot of Aboriginal tribes that are in Australia. Then we've got the population of Australia that came here in the first place in 1788 and has stayed here since. I'm sure I'm trying to I'm sure I will enjoy my time in space and learn about space. Thank you.
As we say back in India, Namaste, America. I am Bhavya Shah and I'm a 16-year-old kid who has traveled all the way from India to be part of SCIVIS 2018. Now, as you may all know, India is a tiny homogeneous nation in South Asia because after all we've got just about 1,658 different languages, more than 2,000 distinctive ethnic groups, and slightly more than 1.352 billion human beings in India. So, yeah, it's a fairly small country as you may expect. So while I will allow you to calculate the number of zeros in 1 billion, let me continue with my speech. In India, I live in a city in the western parts. It's called Mumbai, and it's popular for being the heart of the Indian film industry. So think about it this way, just like you have Los Angeles is to Hollywood, Mumbai is to Bollywood, so I'm the lucky one surrounded by all of the Bollywood film stars. In terms of my education, I am currently 11th grader, which is equivalent to the junior year of high school in the United States of America. I've taken up the science stream, which entails the subjects of physics, chemistry, mathematics, and computer science. And I also represent my school in extracurricular events, such as but not limited to debates, Model United Nations conferences, IT quizzes, hackathons, robotics. And I'm also part of my school's marching band, choir, as well as orchestra as a guitarist. Now, all of us know each other right now just as fellow blind and visually impaired campers from different parts of the world, but I'm confident that by the end of our week in space, we will have all shared some treasurable memories together and mingled to kindle lifelong friendships. At this point in time, I would also like to express my deepest gratitude to the St. Louis Lighthouse for the Blind for sponsoring and facilitating this wonderful opportunity. I'm deeply thankful to them for this. Without taking much more of your time, let me just share some of my favorite lines, which is from a short poem in Hindi. Here goes. Manzil mile na mile, whether or not you achieve your goal, ye to muqaddar ki baat hai. That is for destiny to decide. Par hum koshish hi na kare, but if we don't even make an attempt, ye to galat baat hai. That is a mistake we must all avoid. Dhanyavad, and I look forward to an exciting time at SCIVIS 2018. Thank you.
Oh wow, I'm very proud to stand in front of you, hello together or hallo zusammen in German. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the collegeship and the possibility to participate in the space camp. Furthermore, we would like to introduce ourselves and our country, Germany.
My name is Lilly.
And my name is Lennart, and we are from the northern state of Germany, called Schleswig-Holstein. Germany is a federal state in the middle of Europe with about 16 states and a population about 80 million inhabitants. The first language is German, mostly the second language, English.
Yes, my...
One moment. Yeah, we're very proud to come from Germany because the German government tried the best to treat all people in the society equal and give all the same possibilities. For example, a disability person have the same possibilities to participate in the society. So further to my person, my name is Lennart Sass. I'm 18 years old and from Schleswig-Holstein, as I told you. I'm blind for 2 years and I go on the high school on the 13th grade. I will graduate my high school this school year. Afterwards I would like to study on the college, maybe economic or political stuff. In my free time I do judo, play the piano and chess, and yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, my name is Lilly. I'm 12 years old and I'm also from Germany, Schleswig-Holstein. I go to the Lighthouse Gymnasium. It's a high school in the area of Lübeck and I go there in the 8th grade. In my free time I play the piano, read and write stories and sing in the choir. Yeah, and a sentence in German is, for example, wir mögen die USA. That means we like the USA.
Okay, thank you for your attention and enjoy the following presentation.
Hi everyone, my name is Connor. I'm from Melbourne, Victoria in Australia. I don't really have a sentence to say because we speak some weird form of English, but I guess I can say g'day everyone, so that's good. I go to Victoria University Secondary College, which is a school in the western suburbs of the city of Melbourne. It is sponsored by the big university in Victoria, appropriately named Victoria University. And basically, our schooling system works. We have prep as our first year of school, which you would start when you're about 5 or 6. And then you go from 1 through 6, which is primary school, and then 7 to 12, which is secondary school. And I'm in year 9, which is, I think, the equivalent to year 10 here, so I'm 15, and one of the things I really like about Victoria is the fact that as soon as you walk outside, any animal around you could kill you. But I really like being in Australia, but being here in America has been a great experience. We stayed in LA for 5 days before we came to Huntsville, so we got a real experience of American culture, which is fascinating, and the portions are a little big. So the population of Australia is around 25 million people, And so if everyone squished together, you could fit every person in Australia into Los Angeles, which is crazy, because Australia in itself is a continent, one of the smallest, almost an island, but I think it's just slightly too big to be an island. But I really like being here in the US, and I love coming here for Space Camp, so I would like to thank everybody who helped to get me and my group here, and everyone else that came, of course. So I think by the end of this week, we're all going to be best friends, and it's going to be really great. Thanks.
Okay, now we are going to have a presentation from the Bahamas. And they have drums and very beautiful costumes with hats and a skirt with all sorts of colors. Very, very well decorated.
Good evening. I am Rakia. With me, I have Jaden and Akami. We sail from the beautiful country of the Bahamas, and our presentation is about junk canoe. Junk canoe is a huge part of our culture. It was handed down to us by our ancestors who came to our country as slaves. Junk canoe was named after John Canoe, a former slave, who ensured that his fellow men did not forget their culture or where they came from. Today, we use junk canoe to celebrate important holidays in our country, such as Independence Day, Christmas, and New Year's. Our costumes depict the Bahamian Sea Star, which can be found on the back of our 1-cent piece. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all you residents in space, don't be shy. Feel free to shake your head, tap your feet, or rock with us to the sweet junk canoe beat. Are you ready? 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Good day, everyone. My name is Yuta Kawai, came from Australia. However, I started living in Australia since last year, so I've been living in for 1 year. And before that, I lived in Japan. Because I've lived in Japan for a longer period, I'd like to introduce something about Japan in this my presentation. And actually, there are lots of people came from Australia, so you can ask them if you want. And they are experts. And before I start my introduction, I'd like to thank to all of people who organized and who helped such a wonderful space camp for us. Actually, I'm attending to public school, and I participated in this camp because I couldn't understand anything when I studied astronomy in my school. Actually, they were all visual stuff, and I think it's so important for us, the blind, to feel and to experience by ourselves when we study, especially science and space stuff. Actually, I applied for a similar camp project when I was in Japan, but it's first time for me to participate, so I'm very excited now. Okay, so now I'm going to start my little introduction. My name is Yuto Kawai again, and I'm totally blind because of my disease, which is called morning glory syndrome. I was born in Tokyo, the capital city in Japan. Tokyo is a very crowded city, lots of buildings, lots of people, and lots of omotenashi, which means entertaining people who came from foreign countries. And some of you may know there will be Tokyo Olympic Paralympic in 2020, and so there are lots of construction going on now, and a little bit busy. So I recommend you to visit after 2020, and it will be a much beautiful town then, I hope. And next, I'll introduce one of the best Japanese omotenashi entertainment that I'm proud of. It is Japanese toilet. Yeah, many people who came back from Japan told me Japanese toilets are amazing. They are very clean and very safe. I think that's true. Japanese toilets are best toilets in the world. However, I would also say there are lots of better places in Japan too, so please remember that too. Yes. And so I'll explain about Japanese toilet. So when you take Japanese toilet, you don't have to touch anything. Door, leads, flush button, anything. Yeah. And all functions such as wash rate, flushing button can be controlled by your phone, iPhone app. Yeah, so please enjoy Japanese toilet and feel big omotenashi when you go to Japan. And finally, I'd like to introduce a word, Japanese word that I love, which is yume. That yume means a dream. My dream is to be a neuroscientist and discover new medicines or ways to cure neurological disorder. Therefore, this camp is very precious experience for me, and I believe you guys as well. And it will be a little bit hard to manage without the support from, let's say, parents and guardians who normally take care of us. But I hope everyone will enjoy this camp and achieve each dreams. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Eurydice. I'm 16 years old. I am visually impaired and I live in La Louvière, in small town in the center of Belgium. I go to school about 15 kilometers from home. I am in sport option. I really like sport. I practice mainly gymnastics and I am funambulist. I am passionate about trees. A small example, last year during my holidays in France, I went canyoning and I went in jump of 9 meters to height. I also made the bunch hook. I love my limit. I am so eager to discover all these experiences out of the ordinary with you. I love my country for this very good food and for delicious chocolates. And yes, I am very greedy. And so as not to hurt your reputation, I probably be a fan of your beer in a few years. Let's be serious. I love my country because it offers for all the opportunity to succeed. Je suis fière et reconnaissante de pouvoir partager avec vous cette expérience extraordinaire. Je m'excuse pour mon anglais médiocre. Je vous remercie de m'avoir écouté et bon Space Camp à tous. I am proud and grateful to share with you this exceptional experience. I went to apologize for my bad English. Thank you for listening to me good Spain come to her. And so, sorry, but
Hello everyone, I'm Levi Taylor, I'm 15 and I live on the east coast of Australia on a small coffee farm near Byron Bay. I attend a nearby high school called Austinville High and I love the beach, drumming, writing, science and rollerblading. I live with my parents Leah and Chris Taylor, my cat Hugo and the family dog Pete. So, though I love the creative and performing arts, science and math are equally favourable subjects for me. I have a great science teacher, Mr. Price, who teaches my class the high performance course where we study ahead of our grade, learning concepts and ideas from grades above. I'm part of both the math and science HP programs and am about average in both classes. For me, school is a great opportunity. Throughout my schooling, I've managed to achieve to a pretty alright standard. I often use technology to achieve my goals. I type on an iPad Pro or laptop rather than write in a book for all my classes other than math, and I use a computer to access and enlarge all the prints and text I need for each lesson. Outside of school, I used to attend a robotics club at the Southern Cross University in Lismore. I also take drum lessons and play soccer on the weekends. So, as I mentioned, I live in Australia. And yeah, Australia, we speak English, but there are tons of other languages spoken by individuals around the country, and there's also a huge diversity of Aboriginal languages spoken by the nations. Where I live in Ballina, the Bundjalung people are the traditional custodians of the land. Modern Australian culture is a mixture of hundreds of cultures from all over the world, and well, we mostly work alongside each other pretty alright. But yeah, that was terrible. Sorry everyone, but thank you for your time. I'd like to finish with a massive thank you to the Lighthouse Scholarship and SCIVIS for providing me with this amazing opportunity. I look forward to making the most of the camp. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Oscar. I am 16 years old. I'm from San Jose, Costa Rica. Costa Rica is a small country, but beautiful. Our government is democratic. We are almost 5 million inhabitants. Costa Rica is the happiest country in the world. It's also a very ecological country. I don't know. We have no army, so we are proud to be Tico.
Hello, I am Kendall. I'm from Costa Rica too. I live in San Ramon. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just nervous. I love Costa Rica because even though it's not perfect, maybe we are not the happiest country. Costa Rica is a magical country where you can walk around the city or just being in your house and you can feel the magic, I don't know, the wind carrying the buildings of all the people in the country. They are very, very united and kindful people. I cannot tell you a lot of my high school because I'm attending at night shift and it's a little bit dangerous, so I haven't left the classroom, so what? Yeah, it's true, we don't have army, but the peace on our country has been growing since I remember when I was a child. And that's what makes me proud of it. We got a phrase from Costa Rica. It says, in Spanish, it says,
Pura vida.
It means like fact of your life and wish others health, peace, and love. And to make the world know that Costa Rica is here. Because it's a very small country that does great things. And thank you for the opportunity.
Time I'm finished with this now, the lights are out. Hi everybody, my name is Cian McAvoy and I'm from Ireland. I live in a city in Dublin called Tallaght, which is the posh end of Dublin. People from here have weird accents. and they have a famous football team called Shamrock Rovers. Now I go to a school on the north side, and it's in an organisation called Child Vision. And I've recently started a course called Lifelong Learning, where we do all different types of learning. And it is a great course that I've started, and I hope I learn loads throughout this year. And I'm so glad that I got to come to Space Camp, because the thoughts of going to America all my life was like, oh, that's great, like the food, the people, things like that. And yeah, that's what I have to say. But I'm delighted I won that scholarship, and I feel so proud of myself because it was a big achievement and everybody was jealous of me at home. So that's all I have to say, lads.
Namaste, it's hello in Nepali. My name is Sujan Jakal. I'm from Nepal, and I currently live in Baltimore County, which in Maryland. Nepal is a small country between China and India. I am from Pokhara, one of the Nepal's major cities. There's only one way to There's only one way to describe the weather. It's either boiling hot with mosquitoes all over the place, or it's dreary and raining a lot. In Pokhara, Kathmandu, and some other major cities, they get earthquakes like that one 2-3 years ago. Schooling starts basically like a kindergarten kind of thing, like kindergarten. Then you go to same primary school and secondary school, 1st to 12th grade, then you go to university. And if you get a steady job, you can easily get lots of money. I'm proud of Nepal because of its ancient and diverse history, as well as the culture. I've done a lot of really interesting things in Nepal: paragliding, doing safari on elephant back, riding, visiting ancient temples and monuments. Thanks to the Lighthouse scholarship that I received, I can finally attend SCIVIS for the first time. Dhanyabad, which means thank you. Thank you, like, a lot. To everyone who helped to get me here for this one moment in SCIVIS.
My name is also Chukwu Namgadi Meldred Vera Ozanyai, which means it pleases God that I should live. My native country is Nigeria, but I live and attend Dumbarton Middle School, Maryland, in America. My family moved from Nigeria when I was about 5 years old. Although I live in America, my roots will always lead me back to Nigeria. Due to my visual impairment, the decision to move to America was made. As a smaller and weaker nation, the Industrial Revolution didn't fully reach us. But what we lack in economical growth, we more than make up in with our sense of community and our large and loud, closely knit families. At home, my parents speak both English and Igbo, but we reply We also reply in both, but I am not fluent in Igbo. But two phrases in Igbo are "Ututu Oma," which means good morning, and "Kedu Kalum Belu," which means how are you all doing? I'd like to thank the St. Louis Lighthouse Scholarship for granting me this amazing opportunity to come again to Space Camp. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Denisa. I'm 15. I'm from Romania. I live in Craiova. I study in the Cluj of I study in the city of Cluj in a high school for the visually impaired. I am proud to live in Romania because, first of all, we have a lot of artists there. Second, Romania is a very, very beautiful country. We have wonderful mountains and forests and rivers. I come from the land of Dracula. I like to draw and read. I'm not a very talk person. My favorite word is physical, which means cat. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Adrian. I have 18. I'm from Romania, Maramureș, but I live in Cluj-Napoca because I study at the visual impaired high school. Cluj-Napoca is a very beautiful city. I love drawing. Most of my sketches are space sketches. I cannot see the colors. I only can see black, white, and shades of gray. But this don't affect me, and I still paint in colors. After I will finish the high school, I want to become an architect, and as I believe that that all is possible if you really want it. And my favorite word in Romanian, it's loop, that seems wolf. Thank you very much.
Okay, that concludes all of our speakers for this evening. Do we have anyone from Space Camp Management or anybody that wants to make any announcements before we split up? We got everybody here. Anybody? It's just the crew trainers who you'll learn to love. Okay. All right. Well, we'll leave you to remain where you are until your crew trainers make it clear that you need to leave. So remain where you are until you hear